were lost. Let's take them back to yesterday. So yesterday, I was on Twitter and I saw stories of people saying Wale had been shot.
Yeah.
And then later on, I saw on our news pages people asking us to confirm if it was true that he had been shot. And I was like, the Shatta I know always does things like this. So me, for a long time, I usually don't get so worried about Wale if anything like that happens, or I hear people say that he's done this or that. And so I wasn't so concerned, if you like, even though as a news person I should follow up and do all that. So I called a few people. They were not picking up. People close to him, his management team, and they were not picking up. So I sensed from the posts I saw from Nana Dope, who is a team member, and the other guys, Deportee, I sensed from their post that this was a stunt. And so I just slept. And then at dawn when I woke up, I saw messages from the police talking about the fact that they had tried to go to his house and then investigate the matter. And then I saw Wale himself post a very lengthy statement talking about the fact that when that prophet said he would be shot yesterday, the police should have given him some protection. And then he apologized to some people, his fans, and then even suggested that he took the phones of Nana Dope and Ras Deportee and posted those things by himself. Kweku, I think this is a very serious case, you know. To me, this is not the first time Wale has done anything like this. This is not the silliest thing he has done. We've seen so many things, you know, including the VGMA experience and all that. And so, to me, this is one of those things. And I've always said that Shatta is not going to change. And I'm not saying the law shouldn't take its course, but he is what he is. And he's done this for a long time.
No, but I think he's also been able to continue doing this and escalating what he does because there have been no repercussions for his actions. Somehow, he seems untouchable in our society. And should we continue down this road?
No.
Because people do far less and they get picked up. Right? So...
so I don't know if we can pick some of the things that happened last night. Maybe we start from the police reports. And then we take a statement. The WhatsApp statement. We don't have that. So let's take a look at the police reports. On Shatta Wale. I can't read my eyes.
So the police statement says, police investigates claims of shooting incident involving Shatta Wale. This is on their Facebook page, right?
Yes.
And then it says here, the attention of the police has been drawn to the widely circulated news on the alleged gunshot attack on one Charles Niyama Mensah, popularly known as Shatta Wale. Now, on hearing the news, the police have launched an investigation into the matter, including making contact with some of his close friends and family members, and all of them claim not to have knowledge of his whereabouts or the alleged incident. A team has visited a house of Shatta Wale, and he cannot be found there. Over the last few hours, the police have searched and continue to look for Shatta Wale in hospitals in Accra. While we continue our investigations, the police is appealing to the public to provide any information concerning the whereabouts of Shatta Wale to the various numbers on the screen.
The police declares him missing.
So what we are seeing here is a case of leading the police on a wild goose chase.
That's it. That's it.
You've let the police run around looking for you in your house. Use their resources. Looking for you in hospitals.
Neighborhoods.
Making phone calls, helter-skelter, because it's Shatta Wale. He's been shot. He's in a hospital somewhere. Let's find him. Let's begin investigation. Listen.
And there are legal implications.
There are legal implications. There are legal implications. I don't know whether when this thing was being staged, they thought about the legal implications, or for them it was just fun.
I don't think so.
It was just fun.
I don't think so. I mean, look, like you said, Shatta has gotten away with a lot of things, and it's about time we tie him down to to some of these.
I mean, he's not different from any other Ghanaian. So honestly, if the law, you cannot wield, I mean, we've seen videos of him wielding weapons and all those kinds of things before, you know, and then, like I said, when there's impunity, people are emboldened to continue and do worse things.
You know, for me, I put on my Twitter this morning, I woke up very vexed because when I saw the statement he put out, I was like, this guy does not respect Ghanaians.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't respect. He has no emotional intelligence whatsoever. Because you take your fans through this traumatic experience and you come back and you say you are leading a campaign of stop false prophecies. You can't stop false prophecies.
Yeah.
The Bible has already recorded that in the last days, these things are good. You can't stop it.
Yeah.
And you don't even do you don't commit such an action in the name of pushing an agenda.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Like Shatta, this I don't know what his team members are made of, but whoever told him it was a great idea, you guys are going to face the full rigors of the law.
You cannot go to a bank to go and steal money because there are reports that people at the bank
it doesn't work that way.
Involved in illegal business.
You get what I'm saying? You know, so I really don't know if it's about pushing this album. Then it's okay. We get it. We get it. Your album is coming out. We are waiting because all these excuses of it's a publicity stunt, causing fear and panic is against the law.
Yeah.
So, and this IGP that we've seen so far, he did do the job.
He did do the job.
And everybody.
By the way, we have the law that applies to this.
Yes.
Let's take a look at it.
Okay.
Quickly.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Let's look at it because some education needs to be.
So let me just quickly.
Okay.
You know what? Let's go to the other story. We'll come back and we'll show the law and put it in context.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Here we have it now. Let's take a look at it. Okay, so we have it here. So this is what it says. Section 208 of the Criminal and Offences Act in Act 1960, Act 29 reads: publication of false news. A person who publishes or reproduces a statement, rumor, or report which is likely to cause fear and alarm to the public or to disturb the public peace, knowing or having reason to believe that the statement or rumor or report is false, commits a misdemeanor. Okay, so when you do it knowing that it's not true, what you're doing is not true, it's a misdemeanor. Second part says it is not a defense to a charge under subsection 1 that the person charged did not know or did not have reason to believe that a statement, rumor, or report was false, unless it is proved that prior to the publication that the person took reasonable measures to verify the accuracy of the statement, rumor, or report.
That's why I was saying that me, Olele Salvador, I was waiting for the police to come and say this is true.
Yes, before
I
push it
anything
anywhere.
seriously.
So if you had shared it as a true story, you're also guilty of misdemeanor.
Social media members now,
including some traditional media houses.
Yes, they are corporates. But I also want to quickly say something like that. Shatta should not think we are fools. When this same prophecy came out, just a quick one. When this same prophecy came out, Shatta came to embrace the prophecy. I even thanked the prophet for God to show him that prophecy. I even went ahead to mention other names and blah 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 blah. Today, Shatta is saying that the police should have gone to arrest. If you knew that was a threat, you should have lodged a formal complaint to the police.
Exactly.
And have the
when there are threats, what you do is you go to the police and you say that I need protection. This is what is happening. Once you don't do that, you cannot come back months later and come and say what you say. Anyway, another person.
Funny face. So a few days ago, he did a video and he was insulting some people in there and also threatened to kill the mother of his children and himself. And so he's been picked up by the police. There is another police statement to that. Okay, and I don't know, but I think that this is the second time Funny Face is going through this. The last time he fired a gun at a pub, and then he was arrested. He went to court, and that was when he was taken to the psychiatry. So I think with this situation, he still needs some attention, medical attention. I don't know, but maybe this is a step to getting him there again.
No, but
getting
maybe you
treated.
should look at the police.
Okay, so the police statement is available
on Funny Face. Okay, so Funny Face in the custody of the police for allegedly threatening some individuals. The police have today, Monday, the 18th of October 2021 at 10:14 p.m. have arrested Benson Anaya Odro Boateng, popularly known as Funny Face, for allegedly threatening certain individuals via some social media platforms. Due to the history of the suspect, the police shall submit Benson Anaya Odro Boateng to the court for an order for psychiatric examination to determine the next line of investigative action. The police is committed to protecting lives with the generous help of the public. We want to assure the public that we will not take anything for granted in the interest of public safety.
Anything for granted.
Yeah.
We will not take anything.
Okay. We're not taking anything for granted. So I like the approach.
Sure.
And look, let me just say this. I don't want to sound like a broken record. Since this IGP took over, we are looking at a different police service.
Things have changed.
And I am super impressed.
I am
so
excited
far.
about the woof.
Oh, the dogs! Oh, the dogs, yeah.
I don't know why they didn't use local dogs. You know, unemployment is on the rise.
What are you talking about?
They should have used our local
The dogs were born here. They're local.
No. I'm talking about the hardcore.
They are untrainable.
Oh, but that one they can do that.
Listen, when you use in policing, when you use a dog, it has to be an intelligent dog that can be trained.
Are you saying
Otherwise,
local dogs?
you are going to spend a lot of taxpayers' money, and the dog still can't obey instructions.
An untrainable dog.
You are training the dog, but the dog is not obeying instructions.
The mood of the dog is done by what it eats. Funny Face's situation, still hammers on the importance of mental health education, even in the arts, entertainment, culture industry, because as creatives, we are bombarded with a lot of things that many people see on stage. You make them laugh, you entertain them, you excite them, so they think, oh, you got no problems, But some of these things would always remind us that we need to always get checked, And I knew that his team or his family wanted to keep him off social media to make sure that he was good. As far as we are concerned, we thought he was good because the psychiatric hospital kept him for 2 weeks.
Yes,
and we don't know what.
But already, let me just say this, just for clearing the air.
Yeah,
I spoke to a psychiatric nurse about a month ago.
Okay,
and he says that the typical behavior of patients is when they leave the facility, they stop taking their medication. It's very typical.
So you need to have someone ensuring.
Somebody has to insist and ensure that the person is still taking their medication, because it's not like I had malaria, I don't have malaria anymore. So it's not. It's you have to manage it and then stay on your meds. So
I hope he gets better. I hope this one gets him out of that situation.
Of course, the police are saying that they're going to take him to psychiatric care
examination,
and hopefully that's what the problem is. But it's part of their investigative action.
Sure.
You see. So if it's found out that he had flipped again on the other side, then of course they know what to do. But if it's not that, and he was clear in his mind doing what he's doing, that's a different ball game altogether.
Wow.
That's a different ball game altogether.
Anyway, interesting.
You know what? We can beat this horse till it dies. But let's talk about City Countdown.
City Countdown this Friday. Today is Tuesday. Okay. This Friday on 97.3 City FM with Jessica, and then on Saturday with a certain guy called Emmanuel.
Well, let's take a look at the songs on this week's City Countdown.
This is the City Countdown. This is the City Countdown. This is the City Countdown, number 10.
If you know be money, no call me, but if it is ring, ring, make it ring my line. If you know be money, no call me. If you know about the money,
number 9.
You see, problem no they finish, man.
This is the City Countdown.
If you let your problem finish you, you are a foolish man.
Number 8.